So, any other comments on the Grateful Dead before we move on to widespread panic? We can have more discussions in the chat. Just let me know. And you guys are on a slight delay from me, so I always have to wait a few seconds because it takes, I think that's like 15 seconds delayed or something like that from when I say something until when you guys hear it. So I'm just going to wait for the chat. Any comments? Oh, I'll have to watch that Dark Star. Someone recommended to me about Dark Star. So it's the same footage. It's the same concert. By the way, I was showing you guys during the thing that this says Erica Bridesmaid. I once was a bridesmaid and they gave me this like custom wine cup. So, yeah, that's true. These are all my number one. You guys are all my number one commenters on my regular YouTube posts. Now I get to have you all here together in a chat together. This is fun. This is the whole idea. I hope this can be a regular thing. As you saw in my post, I hinted out what's a good time. When can we do this on the regular? And then out of an impromptu, I was like, you know what? I have so much stuff to get through. I need to review so many things. And I said, you know what's going to make me do it? And you know how I'm always like rushed and I'm not relaxed? I was like, I'm going to take a Friday night in, drink some red wine, which is like my relaxing thing, right? And then I can just really focus on the music and just enjoy being in the chat with you guys. And so then whenever I have something to say, instead of having to say it and pause, I just type it to you guys. So it like fulfills all of the things, okay? So for those just joining, we listened to Fish Ghost, we listened to Grateful Dead. They were very different, by the way, so I love that. We're going to get a big variety of jam band music tonight. I have no idea what widespread panic is, by the way. I mean, like, people have described it to me. I have not heard one note of widespread panic. I don't even know why I picked this one, okay? Like, I literally just went through... I was supposed to listen to this, like, 1994 album and this, like, 1996 Alabama concert, but they want me to hear the whole thing. And I was like, I don't got time for that tonight. But this was at 8 minutes, 43 seconds. It was from Austin, Texas. I figured that... Well, I don't know if I should listen to this. I feel like this might get blocked. So, I mean, it'll work on the live. It's just when I try to publish the thing, I just don't know if it's going to work. So, however, that's the least of our problems. I can always trim out the widespread panic part. So, yeah, between 18... you know what it was? They did that low-fat movement. All of a sudden, it was like, low fat, low fat. They took the fat of everything. And then if you watch that documentary, they basically they took the fat out and then added sugar. So... All right, I know nothing about widespread panic except they're from Athens, Georgia or something, or I don't know, not Atlanta, Georgia, or from a different place in Georgia. Really? I didn't know Writer was an Americana song. I had no idea. I was just like, this is a Grateful Dead song. But I liked that whole jam of the Dead. I thought it was great. I thought it was really easy to listen to. And then when they started singing, like, You're Gonna Miss Me When I'm Gone, I just started crying. I broke into tears. So. It's okay. Tonight's late. I know it's late. I'm in California, so for me, I was going to start a few hours earlier, but I didn't get it together. So finally, when I got everything together, it was already like 8:45 Pacific, but it would normally be a little earlier. So, whatever. I don't know. All right. This is only 8 minutes, 43 seconds only, because like my Fish song was like 16 minutes. That was like 13 minutes. This is short. So this should be easy.
Wrangler was born. Seen him squirming in his saddle all wet and warm. Oh, he's such a changeable form in his very first year. On the Wrangler scoop with a slingshot and a saddlebag, a hand-me-down. leather pens and inkwells and hammered down rules. Like trainers ponying on an aging mule is right now without fear. Those time machines, remembered scenes there, Wrangler screaming out to forgotten dreams. Loud in towns ablaze by peaceful dreams. Oh, space Wrangler, space. It gets off in the strangest place, where all the people dance different with familiar grace. We're just hoping that it's found a place, giving away cold beer. It's on air. Skull, very cold beer.
was my first time hearing Widespread Panic. That's not at all what I thought they were gonna sound like, because their name, their name makes them sound like they're gonna be more like hard rock or something, or like, like that kind of rock. But it ended up being really varied and very similar to some other jam band things that other bands do. But they had like the groovy section, then they had the like kind of Americana vibes. I called it country, but it got a little bit like country-ish. Then they had the like, very progressive guitar tone, that kind of guitar tone for the solos. They had a lot of people in the band because they had random drummers and like extra guitarists and big sound, lots of synth going on with the keyboard. He's a good singer too. I thought his performance was good. I had no idea what he said. I have no idea what the song is about. I have no idea what the words were. There was one point where he held a high note and everybody was like, woo, you know what I mean? But yeah, so far, that's a good opening into Widespread Panic for me, because from there I can go in a lot of directions, because I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. I don't know what I want to know, what I like to know about each band is I want to know how to identify them, to what's special about them. You know what I mean? I don't want there to be just some generic jam band. I know what Fish does and what makes them special. So I need to find out about each of these bands, what makes them special. What is their little cherry on top of their ice cream sundae? You know what I mean? Because everyone could be a vanilla ice cream, but I don't want vanilla ice cream. I want it to be cookies and cream and chocolate chip cookie dough, and then a little bit of fudge on top and a little bit of a cherry, you know what I mean? Because otherwise it's kind of boring. Variety is the spice of life, right? So I think having these little differences between the bands and what makes them unique is very nice. So yeah, I liked it. I can't believe I'd never heard anything of them. But I just want to talk a little bit about the fact that, yeah, I know, we're about to hear Goose. Yeah, basically. Goose is next. Any other comments on Widespread Panic? I don't know who the Allman Brothers are, so if you guys want to fill me in on that right now, I have no idea. I like Billy. Check out Punch Brothers. I do like Billy. Monterey. Is that a jazz festival or something? No, I really like Billy Strings because I like the banjo. I like the mandolin. I like Americana instruments. I like the vibe. I'm into the Americana vibe. I'm into it. And that's what, if you guys were here earlier when I was listening to the Grateful Dead, and this was the agenda earlier. We did Fish and then we did Grateful Dead, but we did the China Cat Sunflower from 1972. And apparently I was the most lit up during Rider, but I'll republish. This is all getting published on my channel after the live, so you'll all be able to watch through it as much as you want. I think that, Widespread Panic, I'm down with it. Now here's the thing, y'all. I'm going to the Goose concert in 3 days. It's on Tuesday night, so I don't really know what to expect. Do you want me to? Well, okay, but I want it to be under 15 minutes. I'll search for anything, but you have to tell me what it is. I don't know. Here's the thing with Goose. I wasn't sure if I'm going to be blocked. See, anything on the official Goose channel, it might get blocked. So the better bet always is that I pick something that someone else published. And so at least with the CBS, you think Goose at Bonnaroo, from last year, would be better?